Buying a graphics card in 2026 is a minefield. Prices are all over the place, every card claims it's the best value, and one wrong choice means you either overpay by hundreds or end up with a GPU that chokes in a year. So I'm going to make this dead simple. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which GPU to buy for your budget and your monitor. No hype, no fanboy nonsense. Let's get into it. Before any brand war, your GPU comes down to three questions. Number one, what resolution is your monitor? A 1080p player and a 4K player need completely different cards. Buying a 4K monster for a 1080p screen is just lighting money on fire. Number two, your budget. There's a great GPU at basically every price from $300 to $2,000, and the best one is the one that fits your number. And number three, and this is the big one in 2006, do you care about ray tracing and upscaling? Because that single question decides whether you go NVIDIA or AMD. Keep those three in mind and everything else falls into place. So let's settle the brand thing fast. NVIDIA's whole pitch is features, better ray tracing, and DLSS 4. Their AI upscaling and multi-frame generation, which can multiply your frame rate to 200 plus in supported games. They're also more power efficient, and their software is better for streaming and content creation. The trade-off? You usually pay more and often get less VRAM. AMD flips it. Their RX 9000 cards give you more raw performance per dollar in normal, non-ray traced games and more VRAM, 16 gigs where NVIDIA gives you 12 or even 8. The catch is weaker ray tracing in their upscaling, while much improved, still trails DLSS. Bottom line, if you love ray tracing, DLSS, and streaming, lean NVIDIA. If you want the most raw frames per dollar and future-proof VRAM, lean AMD. Now let's pick by resolution. If you game at 1080p, still the most popular resolution, you do not need to spend big. The two cards to look at are NVIDIA's RTX 5060 at around $300 and AMD's RX 960 XT at around $350. Here's the deal. The RX 1960 XT is a little faster in raw 1080p games, and this matters, it has 16 gigs of VRAM versus just 8 on the RTX 560. 8 gigs is starting to stutter in the newest games with high-res textures, so that extra memory genuinely future-proofs. The RTX 560 fights back with much better ray tracing, DLSS 4, and those NVIDIA streaming and creator tools. So, for pure 1080p value and longevity, the RX 1960 XT is my pick. If you turn on ray tracing or you stream and edit, grab the RTX 568. 1400p is the sweet spot for most gamers in 2026. That gorgeous middle ground of sharpness and high frame rates. Your fight here is the RTX 570 at around $600 versus AMD's RX 9900 XT at around $700. In raw, non-ray traced games, the 1970 XT is a few percent faster and again gives you 16 gigs of VRAM versus 12 on the 57. But here's NVIDIA's trump card. DLSS 4 multi-frame generation. In supported titles, the RTX 570 can push past 200 FPS where the AMD card sits around 100 to 120. So the honest answer, if you play a lot of modern games that support DLSS and ray tracing, the RTX 570 is the more versatile, higher frame card at a lower price. If you mostly play competitive or older titles at native resolution and want raw value plus that VRAM headroom, the RX 1900 XT is the better buy. There's also the RX 1900 non-XT if you want to save a bit more. Genuinely no wrong answer here, just match it to how you actually play point. Now 4K. This is where you need real muscle, and the two smart picks are the RTX 570 Ti at around $750 and the RTX 580 at around $1,000. The 580 is about 15 to 18% faster, and it's the pick if you're a no-compromise 4K gamer who refuses to touch upscaling. But watch this math. It costs about 33% more for around 15% more performance. That's textbook diminishing returns. The RTX 5070 Ti gives you roughly 85% of the 5080's power for 40% less money, and it absolutely crushes 4K when you turn on DLSS 4. For the vast majority of 4K gamers, the 5070 Ti is the smarter buy. Save the extra $400 and put it toward a better monitor or more storage. And then there's the RTX 5900, $2,000, 32 gigs of VRAM, and the fastest gaming card on the planet. You need it? Almost certainly not. For pure gaming, it's another diminishing returns jump over the 5080. The 5900 only makes sense for 3 people: hardcore 4K max gamers who want every frame at native resolution, professional creators rendering video in 3D, or anyone running big local AI models where that 32 gigs of memory is a game changer. If that's not you, save the grand. Here's the one trap I want to save you from. Chasing the top of the stack, the higher you go, the worse the value gets. You pay way more for smaller and smaller gains. The smart move is to buy the best card for your resolution, not the most expensive card you can afford, and spend what you save on the stuff that actually improves your experience. A better monitor, a faster SSD, or just keeping it in your pocket. And a quick real-world note, street prices swing a lot, so always check what these cards actually cost the day you buy. Sometimes the value winner flips. So, the cheat sheet. For 1080p on a budget, the RX 9600 XT. For 1440p, the sweet spot. The RTX 5070 for all-round versatility, or the RX 9070 Ti is the smart pick. Step up to the 1500 only if you're chasing max settings, and the 1500, creators and AI only. Match the card to your monitor and your budget, and you literally cannot go wrong. I've dropped links to every one of these with current prices down below. If this saved you from overpaying, hit subscribe. I do these honest buying guides so you never waste money on tech. What are you building? Drop your resolution and budget in the comments and I'll tell you exactly which one to get.